Initially, the landscape photographer is faced with a landscape that he considers special. That moment is unique to him, and probably that is the moment and the place from where he should photograph, the exact position, the exact moment. However, experience had taught me that what I see with my eye and what I interpret with my brain is not enough for someone who looks at my photos detached. Someone will discover my photos at a future time. And if I photograph from that exact spot, trying to duplicate what I really liked, that will be not enough for the viewer to understand my photo. And here is why. Probably the moment when I'm in front of the landscape and something clicked is the moment when a connection or a communication is established between me and nature. And that is why I'm liking certain things and you like other things. And that moment where I resonate with the location is unique and is determined by, let's say, lighting conditions, the effort I made, the physical effort I made to get to that place, my visual culture, or maybe the mood I am. And now I think a very interesting talk about the concept of subject in landscape photography will take place this Friday, December 22. It's going to be a live online free webinar that I'm going to organize. It's going to start at 20 and 30 minutes Bucharest time. All the details are going to be on my website, and over there you can also register for this webinar. The link is in the description of this video. Check it out if you want to meet me for this webinar on Friday. And now let's get back to the theme from this video. So if I only photograph what I see, the viewer will not have sufficient information to understand what really drove me to photograph that, because that decision was made by what I see and what I interpret with my brain. And he needs a guidance. And from here I have two conclusions. One, that as a landscape photographer, I need to be aware of the exact element that I really like in the landscape in front of me. And two, that the composition or the concept of composition is like a link, like a bridge, that it's introduced in a photo for a future viewer, and its role is to accompany him on the journey of discovery in the photo of the element that made me take that photograph. Now, right now, I have a question that maybe does composition have a role also for me who made the photo? And could it be a reminder over time of the element that I wanted to photograph? And if that would be completely true, then this would mean that I need to edit the photos as soon as possible after I took them, because I don't want to forget the element that attracted me and I wanted to edit according to that. Now, the element that is chosen as the subject, it's a projection of something that is hidden inside me and in my thoughts, and I do it, the choice of this element, I do it unconsciously, and it's unique to me. Now, there are also elements, general elements that everybody likes, but there are also fine elements that are particular to me, and it's my duty to search for them, to search for those little elements that define me and that I really like. And once I found them inside of me, it's my duty to get them out and look for them in the landscape in front of me, and trying to photograph that and bring back to you those photos. This awareness of what's inside of me came after many years of photographing, of many years of experiencing. And of course, it raises the question if a beginner photographer can have this connection, or if their photos mean something Well, if I'm completely honest, even if I'm a photographer that is doing this for many years, it doesn't mean that I always have this connection. But as a beginner photographer, probably a beginner photographer will get this connection rarely, or difficult. It's going to be difficult for them to establish this connection in the beginning of their photographic journey. And that is why they are just copying what they're seeing others doing, and they see that those photos look really nice and they're trying to duplicate that. Well, that state of duplication, it's not leading to a photo full of substance. It doesn't mean that the person that made that photo, it's not also in a state of duplication. Now it's an infinite talk if you want, but the goal of every landscape photographer is to start this journey of finding something like, it's like your inner voice. You are trying to be aware of what you're seeing in front of you, and you're trying to photograph it in a way that is truly specific to you. Now, this connection will not happen all the time. And if it happens, it's not happening with the same intensity every time. My experiences will be infinite. We'll have the same base, but we'll have little or small variations. And now I discover new connections everywhere I go. And I also realize that around me on this planet, there is a variety of places, and I will not be able to experience them all. So even if that is happening, I know that I'm trying to find this connection in the landscape that is available to me. I'm not dreaming to finding myself in something that maybe I will in a place that I will never be. I will never be there. So that is why I realized that maybe I will not be able to know everything that there is to know about myself. It's not a good thing, it's not a bad thing, it's just reality. But I need to just concentrate on what is actually happening. And when this connection will stop to exist for a long period of time, because as I said, there are moments when this connection doesn't happen. But when it will not happen for a longer period of time, well, that is the moment when I can sell my gear, I can just do walks in nature, or I can try to find myself doing something else. But for the moment, I think that I still have this connection, and I'm still looking for it and looking for new experiences. Now, I hope I didn't bother you or bored you with this long philosophical talk, but this is the place where I am right now in my career as a landscape photographer. I'm starting to ask myself different questions, and I'm trying to offer an answer, and also recording this video as a tool to help me also realize the complexity of this answer. Again, if you want to join me for my webinar, it's a free webinar, it's live, it's online. It's going to take place on December 22. This is this Friday. And the details, you're going to find all the details. You can also register on my website, and the link is in the description of this video. Until next time, keep on photographing, because it's the only way that you can get better. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.